Hey everybody, thank you for joining me here on 7 Mile Hill Sanctuary. It is about 8:30 at night and I've been left unattended. So I feel like making pumpkin pecan pie. And if you've never heard of that, it's totally amazing. And I am going to show you a different version versus using regular milk. Okay? I also want to show you this really cool t-shirt that I designed, and it said God-given, spirit-driven, Bible-living. I really love it with the American flag on it. If you want one of these amazing t-shirts, just go down below and look on the Shopify. It is there. Okay, so let's get busy. We are going to do the pumpkin pie. And for the sake of time, I got the Libby's Pie Fill can. So, and I got 2 of them because I've already made my pie crust. So, and it's a deep dish pie. I got dinner in the oven for when Lance gets home. He's doing the prison ministry. And I've got bread rising because I just discovered I'm out of bread. And let's get started. Okay, so I've got both of the cans. I put 2 cans in here. So if you use a regular thin, like a tin or a small pie pan, then it's only going to take 1 can or 12 ounces. But I'm using a deep dish pan. Okay. So I got both the cans of pumpkin in here. And now I'm going to put in 2 eggs. And I can't crack my egg. There we go. 2 eggs per can. So that's 4, but it's only 2 eggs per can. Okay. Now, normally it calls for a can of condensed milk. Well, condensed milk obviously is made with cow's milk. So, I am going to change things up a bit. One of the things that makes the condensed milk thicker is because there's a larger amount of a fat substance or an oil substance in it. So what I am going to do is I am going to use cashew milk, or not cashew, almond milk. You can use cashew if you want. I'm going to use almond milk, and you put in 1 cup per can. Okay. Then you put almond butter. And I've mixed this up. And it's a 1/4 cup per can. So I'm using this instead of condensed milk. Okay. Put that there for a second. So if you've ever wondered, what am I going to do with almond butter? And you see almond butter in the store, well, you can do it to convert condensed milk. Any kind of oil, if you want the oil, it's just a fat. You need a fat in order to make that condensed milk. Okay, so let's mix this up. I want to make sure I get all the almond butter mixed up. So we don't get no clumps. See there? Look how pretty that is. Pretty orange. Okay, now you can put in the spices individually, like 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. This is per can. 1 teaspoon per cinnamon, half a teaspoon ginger, and a half a teaspoon of ground clove. Okay? If you decide, oh, I don't want to do that, I like the pumpkin pie spice. And that is 1 tablespoon of pumpkin pie spice, because guess what? Everything you need is in there. Or you could even make it up yourself. 1 tablespoon is all you need. Okay? So you learned a couple things. Okay. Beauty mess, beauty mess. And then we're going to add some sugar. And that is 3/4 cup sugar per can. Keep everything in gallon jars, as you probably already noticed. And yes, you can use honey if you want. Mix her up. It smells delicious. We have been out shoveling snow and all kinds of craziness today. Okay, that's all there is to it. Easy peasy, right? Okay. So if you've never made pumpkin pie and you want to surprise everybody, you can do it. Pour it in your pie crust. And if you cannot use, or you can't eat eggs, or you don't want to eat eggs, you can replace that with the flaxseed that I had mentioned before with the friendship cake. Just do the equivalent of your flaxseed. Okay, isn't that beautiful? All right, we're not done yet, okay? Man, that's just beautiful. Okay, so now, all right, so now what I'm going to do is chop up my pecans. Chop them up fine. Put them in a little chopper if you want. I like doing them like this. love watching my dad when he was doing this, when he was cooking. Dad was a chef. I've always kind of tried to, it's always stuck in my mind. See how easy that is? And look how beautiful it looks. Okay, so I'm going to put it in the oven for about 425 for 15 minutes. Then, oh, I got some more. I'm going to waste them. Pecans are too expensive. Okay. 425 for 15 minutes. Then turn your heat down to 325 for about 40 minutes or until done. And an easy way, if you've never done pumpkin pie before, to know that it's done is you take a regular knife, poke it in the middle, and if it comes out clean, same way you would a cake, you are done. Make sure you go to the middle, because the middle is what needs to be cooked. All right, well, let's find out what happens once it's done.